It's the Full Court Press with Eric Franson and Jason Walker.
Welcome back to the to the show that we're doing right now.
Following the local teams, breaking down the biggest games with in-depth analysis and team interview. Join the show by calling into 435-752-1069 or text 435-339-0321. It's the Full Court Press.
Throws, ends yes! Caught! Touchdown! Did he get it?
Welcome back in to the Full Court Press. Jason Walker here with Ajay Salvesen, filling in for Eric Franson on the Full Court Press on 106.9 FM, 1390 AM The Fan, streaming online at 1069thefan.com and on the 1069 The Fan mobile app, and available wherever you get your podcasts. You can find it on 1069thefan.com or at Spotify. Most people listen to us on Apple Podcasts from the data that I've got, but wherever you get them, you can find us. Just search for the Full Court Press. Search for myself or Eric, because there's like 3 or 4 shows named the Full Court Press. It's unfortunately, like my name, not very original. So
Yeah. There's a lot of Walkers out there.
yeah, there's a lot of
Jasons.
There's a lot of Jason Walkers. There's a Jason Walker who coaches Stansbury.
Oh, that's right. I remember you talking about how excited you were to interview him for that reason. Oh no, it was a media guy. Who was it? His name was Jason Walker.
He does. He has a show in Montana. So when Utah State hired Danny Sprinkle, we brought him on the show.
And you were so excited. I know the show I joined you for it.
That was amazing. I love talking to him. He's a cool guy. We also have an almost identical Twitter handle, and it's completely an accident. Because I like the Jay Walker Sports, and I think I tried it without the underscore, but then it was taken. And I didn't find out till later that he's the one that has that.
Moldy corn dog.
Yeah.
Stole your handle, stole your name.
He's a cool guy.
Stole your success.
I think he's better at his job than I am at mine.
Okay, calm down. Let's not be that guy, all right? You are better than him by a mile. Ask 9315.
It's up to 9315 now. You've heard both of us.
Yeah.
9315 did a text earlier. We were talking about where you got your nickname, the janitor, or why he gave you the nickname janitor.
Yeah.
So it comes from a basketball incident at a USU game where players thought he was a janitor when they throw a sweetie towel at him.
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, dude. Oh, my gosh. That's right. 2019 or 2021. I can't remember which one. Yeah, there was a men's basketball game, and I was, of course, sitting courtside. I'm sitting between, Scotty G, and I think it was Coach Becker at the time. And one of the players was just a quick timeout or just a stoppage of play, had a towel, wiped a bunch of sweat on it, and then threw it at me, and it lands on my face.
Oh,
and I was like, what the fetch, man? What do I look like, a water boy here? So I take the towel off, and I toss it to Coach, and Coach wasn't really looking, and he just kind of stands there, and he sees the towel fall with short, and he looks at me and glares at me. I was like, no, don't glare at me, okay? That's not my towel. That's not my sweat. That's your player's sweat.
Yes.
Yeah, that was it. It was 2021 because Ryan Odom was the coach, and dude,
really?
He glared. I was like, "All right, dude, you're up by 10 right now. Why don't you just shut up and freaking focus?"
Come on, calm down. 2444 on our Young Power Sports of Logan text line. Let's see. What was that information company that Bronco mentioned the team used during his weekly interview, and what exactly does it provide? Yeah, so it's called Answers, though it's not the word answer. I think it's missing a couple of letters, including the W. I think the W and the E. Because I looked it up too. I'd never heard of it. And it seems just be a data and video kind of analysis types. It's geared toward coaches.
Yeah.
I looked it up to see do they have any public facing thing, but it's purely it's marketed coaches, teams, buy the service,
Sure.
Potentially, no price listed. It's ask us for a quote type thing. So I'm sure it costs a pretty penny, though not, much in terms of football programs. It's worth it to them. But yeah, it seemed like it was new. Bronco spoke incredibly highly of it. Actually, I've actually got the audio clip of it. Why don't we?
Yes.
We'll play this. This is actually what Bronco had to say about this new data service that he's using.
Speed, efficiency, accuracy. I'm a coach that believes in meaning our players, it matters to me, their grades. We've already set the school record for grade point average in school's history. I mean, since they opened the doors at Utah State, we've already exceeded the best ever. I love giving back to the community. I love my players to do that. I love them to be involved in other things. And you'd say, man, how are you going to win? I think it's because of all that. Answers gives us faster answers, more accurate answers. They're at a touch with video tied to it. I think it's revolutionizing college football. I'll be surprised if every team doesn't use it by, I don't know, next year. And so, yeah, buy stock. I don't even know, by the way, I don't know what it costs, even if they're public, but I'm really impressed with them.
Yeah, I actually have their website right here. I'm looking at it. It's ANSRS is what it is. ANSRS, Answers. It is pretty cool. I mean, it is analytics driven. Like, Jason, this is right up your alley as a media guy, dude. This has everything. Holy
Yeah, it's the kind of stuff that, like, there's a lot of analytics that you wish you had, but sometimes they're behind. Like, again, they gear them toward coaches. They don't always make that stuff available to the public. But I know when he said buy stock, I accidentally cut off the end, but he afterward clarified, I don't mean literally buy stock. He's not giving financial advice.
Yeah.
Much like we don't give gambling advice, he wasn't giving financial advice. Like, he believes it is a genuinely good service for football programs. So they've got some analytics and a bunch of tools that they're going to, and perhaps a bit innovative, because it sounds like he talks about it, maybe a lot of teams aren't using it, but it sounds like it's going to be increasingly popular in a short while. 8968, this is a while ago, because we were talking about Utah State and being called the Utah Agricultural College. So 8968 saying, for what it's worth, Utah State was not known as USAC for some time before the 60s. Only real fans back then called them the AC.
That's crazy. Agriculture.
Yeah, the Agricultural College, or the Agricultural College of Utah. They had a few different variations of that from their inception in the 1880s until I forget exactly when they changed to Utah State, but it was sometime, I think, in the 50s or something like that.
Hey, speaking of that, and like throwback stuff, why don't you get some actually really good throwback uniforms for football?
Well, weren't they wearing a variation of their jersey from the 60s last year?
But it was okay.
I mean, I'd be a fan of if they did a throwback to the jerseys from their very first game in 1892.
Okay.
Which, from the newspaper descriptions, was they wore whatever they woke up wearing that morning.
Oh.
It was just their regular clothes.
Overalls, boots,
Yeah, whatever they would wear on a Thanksgiving morning, although it was technically the day after Thanksgiving.
I mean, but what about like early 90s, like 1992, right? Like those helmets with the Aggie Bowl on it? Those were sick. With the U? Oh, dude, those were awesome.
They've had some good uniforms.
They've had some great ones, but we haven't used them.
But I really like the color scheme they've got going right now.
Really?
Although the one thing, I know they're not bringing back the cow print helmets.
Thank goodness.
Okay, hold on, but I'm not kidding when I say I think those should be their semi-permanent helmets. Like have alternates to that, but like that should be their regular helmet design.
This is why, kids, we do not do drugs, so we don't make bad decisions like this and then talk about it on air with millions of people listening. Dude, I mean, come on.
Those are good designs.
No, I mean,
those are good designs.
Okay,
it's iconic too. I mean, Boise State sticks with their blue turf. They're so proud of their turf field. Yeah. They cited it in a lawsuit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I did hear about that.
So they're so proud of it.
I'm just saying, like,
even if it's ugly, it's iconic.
Okay.
But I think it looks good. So,
I mean, I don't know.
We want to move on because I want to talk about Utah State women's basketball. I had a chance to. I don't know if we're going to have time to play all of the audio because I got like 20 minutes of audio.
Sorry, you got two really good texts that you might want to hit really quickly.
Oh, do? Okay, yeah. Let's go to these.
I don't want to ignore our listeners. They're great.
Oh, gosh. 7241. Get Ajay off my radio. How dare you besmirch the absolute perfection that is their current uniforms.
Oh, come on. I mean, perfection's a really strong word.
For their current uniforms, the perfection is strong. Like, they're good, but they're not like perfect, like, maybe like I said, I like him, but they're not like goated uniforms. 6391, brand awareness. Ajay, those helmets were such a hit and are recognized nationally. Build the brand, bring back the battle cattle.
Do you want to put like the little, what are those called, like the neuters? What's that
the udders?
Yes, the udders, not the neuters. The udders.
Neuters is for a different gender of animal. Anyway, 9315. Ajay, why did you diss the cow print helmet?
No,
Bad take,
I'm not.
Ajay. Try again.
No, it's fun for 9-year-olds.
7241 says, and now he's made it even worse, bashing the battle cattle helmets. The sheer nerve.
You guys,
I think the
you would
populace
agree
is
with me.
against you, Ajay.
Listen, all you awesome listeners, I love you guys, but you would agree with me if you saw the 92 uniforms being worn now, you'd be like, "That's us right there. That's sick."
Do they have new uniforms this year?
No,
Oh.
I was told that the
Are they going
uniforms
to do it with Middle Tennessee? Was it Middle Tennessee? They basically got rid of most of their uniforms so they could save like a few $100,000.
I don't know if we're that cheap. But anyway, I heard that the uniforms this Saturday won't be like groundbreaking or anything. It'll be
Well, they don't need to be like,
kinda
you don't need
disappointing.
crazy uniforms. You just need solid uniforms that look sharp. Doesn't need to be too fancy. You can maybe make something iconic. Like the battle cattle helmets look good.
6391 does have a good point. Brand awareness, because I've been told that like those, what do you guys call them? Cow helmets.
The battle cattle
The
helmets,
battle cattle
apparently.
helmets, which cattle's brown, not cows. Cows are black and white with dots or whatever, like Dalmatians kind of thing. Anyways, brand awareness, yeah, like it does. It gets popular everywhere. It does. That's a very good point.
Yeah, it would be a really good helmet. And then 9315 saying, do you mean a steer, Ajay?
No, not a steer.
With neuter talk?
No,
No.
we don't neuter steers.
So yeah, Ajay, it appears you are on the losing end of this argument. But yeah, I wanted to play this audio from Wes Brooks because I had a chance to, and we'll probably talk about this a little bit in the next one because we'll probably play this and then hit a break. Because I'm, and we'll get into this more later, but I've had to kind of play the optimist the last few years, and I don't know if I'm necessarily, because I've wanted to believe that Utah State women's basketball can rebound.
So can we just reset the scene really quickly?
Yeah.
Women's basketball practice yesterday,
Yeah.
open practice to the media. They've got 7 or 8 international gals. They've got 5 in-state gals, or not in-state, in the states gals. Bella Cosmo's a freshman out of California. Aaliyah Gale's a transfer from USC. Elise Livingston, Jamison Heaton, and Sophie Senna returning. Elise, of course, is the local cat, face of the program. Jamison Heaton is a returner in her final year from transfer from CSI. Macy Brown is also a transfer from CSI, and she's
Another
a daughter.
Ridgeline product, though.
Yeah, exactly, and she's a daughter of the great Tony Brown, who played here at Utah State. But Wes, look, like last year, Wes, was behind the 8 ball. He got here late in April, behind the 8 ball in regards to portal recruiting and so on and so forth, right? And so it was kind of tough to really put his team together and come and have that time.
He just had to roll a bunch of freshmen to be like, we're going to try this.
Yeah, and then, you got some returners, and honestly, but with the exception of Cheyenne Stubbs, the rest of those returners that came in were not good. Those are, a lot of those girls probably shouldn't have been playing Division I basketball. Let's just be honest. But at the same time, I think that this team is this team coming up 25-26 squad, I think, is built for Wes Brooks' system, if I can say that fairly.
Yeah, I think you have, and like it feels like he really flexed his recruiting muscles. Didn't really get to do that last offseason,
No.
with how late he was in the process. But you look at the team he's built up, and they're pretty darn good. But let's hear from the head coach himself. We'll hit a break, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it coming up next. Next in like 10 minutes. But here's Wes Brooks after that open practice yesterday in the Wayne Estes Center.
All right, so I guess you haven't had the team together for long, right? It's only been a couple weeks or so. What's it like finally getting the team together, and how much of an impact do you think getting together late will have on development?
I think so. Fortunately for us, we had a couple kids play international basketball. So with them playing international basketball, they're not totally out of shape, but obviously coming to the altitude, we got to adjust the altitude, and then we have to adjust to the pace of which we want to play. But we have some basketball players, and so that's basketball players. They adjust. They find a way to get things done, and so we'll make up the time that we missed in the summer.
Yeah, Coach. Talk about the level of physicality you're starting to see with this group. We saw it at moments last year, but it seems like this group is really hungry.
It's going to ratchet up a little bit when you have I think we have some talent, and so with the talent that we have now, I think they're used to playing it. The international kids bring a physicality because of the way the game is played over there, and so that's going to allow us to be physical. Now we just have to kind of make sure that we're not fouling too much, but we play with that physicality and we defend without fouling, which is going to be a key for us.
The connectivity seemed a bit raw and had some rough edges at times, but there were some pretty good plays where you were getting the ball around and had some good ball movement. Do you feel like you got a bunch of players who were able to kind of naturally move the ball around the court on offense?
Yes, I think we do. I think that's just the European way, kind of which our style is like that. So they naturally mesh and fit with what we want to do. The biggest thing is continuing to build the team chemistry, to continue to move the ball. Everybody continue to get familiar with one another so that they can play. We can play how we want to play.
What's it like having a defensive coordinator on the staff? It's at the beginning she was going to breaking it down as simple as explaining the difference between on-ball, off-ball defense. Like, what's it like having a DC on staff?
Well, one of the things we needed to improve on, we can't be 342 out of 347. So, as a head coach, I had to take full responsibility for that. So, Coach Anya, last 4 years in her conference. Last year, she had the number 1 defense in the conference. They were number 1 in transition defense. Rachel was Defensive Player of the Year in the league. So being able to get her on board here, she knows her stuff really, really good. It's comforting because we're gonna be good. We're gonna be much better defensively, and now we're much better defensively, and we didn't even put the press in yet. We mix that with the pace and the press. Good things should happen for us.
Seems like a lot of versatility on the team as well. Be able to play better defense where you got a bit more size on the wings especially.
We're really big. We're really big at the wings. That's by design. Bella Cosme is our smallest kid at like 5'6", 5'7". Everybody else is like 5'9" and up. So we'll be able to switch some things. We'll be able to trap. The press will look a lot different because of the length. So yes, the size was, we knew, as I told you guys, in the offseason we needed to get bigger. We got bigger.
Yeah, and talk about the potential of all the shot creators we could have on this team. Last year, you kind of had to rely on a couple of pieces, but this year it seems like you can really spread it out and give a lot of different people opportunities.
Well, we have 2 dynamic playmakers. Aaliyah was out today. She's dealing with a toe, but she'll be back by the 15th. So September 15th, we'll let her go, and then she'll be right there with her. So we're going to get faster when Aaliyah gets on the court. Marina plays really fast already. So you have 2 dynamic playmakers, 2 people who are probably are going to have great pro careers. They have WNBA aspirations, so that's the goal with them. So you have 2 pro players on the floor. Then you mix that with everything else we got going. We should be able to play as fast as we want, be dynamic as we want, and so that's exciting.
Coach, there's a lot of newcomers, obviously, to be excited about. But I'm curious with some of those returners. Not many of them, but you were able to coach them all year last year, getting maybe your first look, or maybe just kind of first look with the rest of the team. What do you think about that?
Well, I think the returners, what they do for us, they bring continuity. They bring an understanding of what we're trying to do, so they're able to teach it to the other kids, and they're able to pick it up faster. They bring leadership with the way things are supposed to be done off the court, the way we do things in the weight room, the way we do things in the meeting room. So that's what their contributions. Sophie's still, they're all 4 of them going to play. All 3 of them are going to play. I kind of count Macy as a returner, but she's not a returner. She's new, too. But Jameson is going to play. Elise is going to play. Sophie's going to play. They all bring something to the table. So,
what have you seen in terms of growth from those players one year to the next? Especially
I think the biggest growth, Elise is maturity, understanding, when to get off the ball. Jameson has grown. I think Sophie's biggest thing is she's gotten stronger. She's shooting it really well from a set shot, so she's shooting it much better than she was last year. So.
In terms of all these new international players, they're coming in. It's a new culture, I'm sure, for them coming to Logan. Some of them, I'm sure, are still getting used to the language barrier as well. So just talk about sort of your guys' plans on making sure that they just have a smooth transition and that they can get used to just living here beyond everything else.
Yeah, well, Marina is so critical for that. So Marina spent her first 2 years at South Florida kind of in a very much similar situation with the international presence that they had there. Then she transferred with Coach Kim to Western Michigan. Coach Kim will be here next week. Coach Kim from Spain, he's going to be able to translate and coach in Spanish as well as English. So with the 3 Spaniards we have, he's going to be a huge presence with that. Everybody else's English is really, really good. Saskia speaks 8 different languages, which is, I don't know how the heck she does that, but she does. So Saskia is really good with that. Everybody else is good. Karen Sanford speaks about 4 or 5. So we have people who speak multiple languages. I think the other thing is our IQ. This team is very, very smart. And the other thing is we got older, right? So you want to this off season when I'm saying, well, how do we get good? You got to get old, stay old. We got older, so I think we're going to have a challenging schedule with playing Utah, Oregon, and Oregon State. I think with those games though, the older, the maturity, being through the battles at different Division I schools is going to really, really help us.
You mentioned Aaliyah being out with the foot. Are there any other players? I think pretty much everyone else was on the court, right?
Everybody's full go. Aaliyah will be full go. I mean, if we had let her, she would have gone tonight. I just got to make sure we're 100% because I think she's going to be that valuable for us for what we're going to try and get done this season. So you just basically save them for herself. If we could have let her go, she would have flew the ball up the court and did magic with the thing. It's going to be magical. To see Marina and Aaliyah play together, it's going to be special. It's going to be really magical. So.
It looked like Aaliyah was wanting to jump onto the court. She spent the whole time on the sideline dribbling the ball.
It's going to be really fun to watch Marina and Aaliyah lead us. They're just special players, both of them.
I was going to ask with that. It said on the notes it said Bella was out. Is she better? Is she good?
So Bella actually had a class, and she said nah. So we had to switch the class around. So that's why originally she was out, but we switched the class, and so she'll be here.
Priorities.
Yeah. So.
Just talk about like the overall energy and enthusiasm. It really seemed like everyone today was, again, like just putting in a great effort and really seem anxious to give their all out here.
Well, they've been anxious. They got here last Friday. They had to go through all the physicals, all the orientation processes and all of that. So they were just excited to get out on the court. And I think, we tell them, okay, day one, everybody's excited, but we got to continue to be excited. We talk about habits of winning. Habits of winning for us is believing in ourselves, being consistent, having self-discipline, giving a maximum effort, and then all that's going to lead to competitive greatness when having our best when our best matters. So we talk about habits of winning, and we talk about our values, and so everybody wants to win. Everybody knows, we had a guest speaker the other day. We talked about having delusional thinking. So we have high expectations for ourselves, and our delusional thinking should lead us to a special season.
Coach, I want to ask one question looking back. Cheyenne Stubbs signed a pro contract, huge for the program. It's been a while, I think 21-22 since we had a player from this program go pro. Is that something that you guys, like, has that, especially like the returners that played with her, have there been any conversations with that, or what are your thoughts on that?
I don't think any of our returners have spoken to Shy, but I have spoken to Shy about a couple weeks ago. When she told me where she was going, we were great. So me and her have been talking about that, just telling her what she needs to do, just so she's ready for that. I think, with everything that goes on, you're trying to establish new norms. So we wanted to be the norm that kids leave here and go play in Europe if they want to. So we're establishing new norms. We're establishing new habits, and I think that's, one of the reasons our men's team's been successful. You go look at that wall. They have over 70 pros since 2000 or whatever. We got to start that here. So we got our first, even though it wasn't the great year we had, that was a win for us. That's one of the wins that we wanted to accomplish, and we got that done. So we'll look to just continue to do that.
You mentioned to me the other day that that's something you want to be known for here at Utah State is, a place where you can go to get to Europe or the WNBA.
I mean, for us, if we're known for helping kids get to Europe or the WNBA, we're going to get WNBA and professional players. So, I mean, you got to help them get somewhere. So, we're able to get Aaliyah and Marina because of my relationship with Nas Hillman, my relationship with J.C. Sheldon, my relationship with Taylor Deary. 2 of them playing for the Atlanta Dream, 1 of them playing for the Washington Mystics. That helps us. We got other kids now playing. Cheyenne's playing in Europe now. That helps us. So when we're talking and recruiting, how we're developing, okay, these kids are getting jobs in their career or they're going pro. Ballers want a ball.
And talk about sort of the revamped staff as well and how they've really just changed things around here. We were talking a little bit about the coaches and, their international connections. I got to also talk to Mike earlier today, too. He's obviously got all the AAU connections. So just talk on how much this will just change the program as a whole.
So, first of all, talk about Coach Anya, the defensive intensity that she brings. She's been a head coach. She's been a head coach with little resources. So she's had to grind, and she's always grinded into a win. So somebody who knows how to work and to coach and teach and demand the most and get the most out of it, that was really, really excellent pickup for us. Coach Mike, who's our chief of staff, his sister played in the WNBA, Nikki Teasley, for a long time. She was the 5th pick in the draft. Mike was a high school coach who had the #1 high school girls team in the country. He's developed over 18 players, 9 WNBA, 9 NBA players. He knows basketball. I've known him for over 20 years. Coach Kim is a world-class player development coach. He's going to do wonders, I think, with Aaliyah, Marina, and the rest of our team. Jazz coming over from San Diego State. She was she's part of a championship team last year. So we have people who won championships, people who know winning. They know what it looks like. And so we're just going to – and then Coach Quinn was with us last year, and she knows what I want. And so she's excellent. We let her – she's the offensive coordinator now, so she knows what I want. We let her teach, and I'm just going to interject when it needs to be.
That was Utah State almost said men's basketball for some reason. Women's basketball head coach Wesley Brooks.
Dude, I love that guy.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Awesome, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's just so open and he's honest with you. He's genuine. There's no beat around the bush or bull crap. It's just look, I'm excited about this team for this reason. And by the way, we talked about it off air, you and I. His staff with Anya as the defensive coordinator and the associate head coach, Quinn Gomez, who is very knowledgeable about international basketball, like Anya is. And then, Callie Quinn, who's one of my favorite people. And then from San Diego State, Jasmine, who is incredibly smart. She comes from San Diego State, worked under Stacy there, is as vibrant and as passionate about basketball, knows the game really well. I just love this. I've been around now 4 coaching staffs, unreal, with 2 head coaches, and this is probably my favorite staff so far. I love this group. This is gonna be awesome.
I know we want to keep talking about this, but we got to hit a break. We're overdue by about 4 or 5 minutes, so we'll continue this conversation coming up next. We've also got a lot of helmets. 40 and slip.
Neutered helmets is what we're going to talk about, folks.
We've also got
can't wait
some text about the helmets, so we're going to talk about that as well. From the Young Power Sports Logan text line.
Neutered helmets, you know it.
All that coming up next on the Full Court Press.
Stay neutered.
The patio is open. The chips are endless. Drinks on tap. You know it's got to be Cafe Sabor, Cache Valley's best Mexican restaurant, gold winner in the Best of Northern Utah contest. Experience Locals Day every Thursday with a huge burrito, endless chips and soda, only $7.95. That's a complete lunch for just $7.95. Finding any lunch under $10 is nearly impossible. Every Thursday, drinks, chips, and massive burrito, just $7.95. The patio, the sun, the fun at Cafe Sabor in the historic train station on 6th Weston Center in Logan.
Les Olson IT is your source for top quality technology. We carry the latest desktop and laptop PCs in stock, configured to your specific needs, and backed by our award-winning support team. And if your business demands high-performance hardware, we offer custom-built computers that can tackle any task. We also offer great computer accessories like monitors, keyboards, speakers, Fujitsu document scanners, and more. Get a quote today.
Les Olson IT.
Old McDarrell has a farm, an appliance farm.
With down-home country prices and big city selection.
E-I-E-I-O. When you're looking for a friendly spot to drive a little and save a lot, hey, Old McDarrell has a farm, an appliance farm. Darrell's Appliance. Low overhead, but lots of country charm. See Darrell's Appliance in beautiful downtown Benson.
In the vast ocean, there was room for only one victor.
Polar broadside, men! We've lost the mainmast! Brace yourselves!
Many would never come back.
For the queen!
But those who did would be legend. This epic battle for destiny will have to wait until after it rains.
But Dad, we're winning.
I don't want to get wet.
Dad, we're at sea.
Well, maybe we can storm the kitchen.
Children who spend time with their parents are less likely to drop out of school, abuse drugs or alcohol, and are more likely to finish college. So imagine what a little time can do for your family.
To the deli!
From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Following the local teams, it's the Full Court Press with Eric Franson and Jason Walker.
It's here, Indian Demo Days, August 26th and 27th from 12 to 6. One time a year, one chance to ride the legend at Young Power Sports of Logan. Ride the newest Indian motorcycle lineup as the Indian motorcycle riding experience rolls into town. All test drives get a free gift and take an extra $1,000 off the sale price or negotiated price on all Indian motorcycles. We've also got burgers, hot dogs, drinks, and unreal prices you won't see again until next year. It's all at Young Power Sports on South Main in Logan. All right. I wasn't too familiar with Indian Demo Days, but sounds like a real blast.
Yeah, and for Indians like us, we love it.
So let's go to the Young Power Sports of Logan text line. We've had some more. We're talking about women's basketball, and we're going to get back to that conversation. But the text line is still on with the battle cattle helmets, and Ajay's objectively terrible take on the battle cattle helmets.
Say it. What's the correct term? Neutered.
So 6436 with a couple of texts.
Oh yeah, I love
so you've got to make some kind of drop. Neuter uniforms.
Absolutely not.
Ajay, maybe they combine that somehow with the bread and butter play of the game.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was eating a piece of licorice and I said, not bread and butter. Okay. Okay, that's what 6436 is alluding to.
And then 6436 saying, or was it neuter helmets?
Yes.
No matter what, it's fun whenever Ajay is on the program.
Jason, just say it. Neutered helmets.
Neutered helmets.
Yeah.
Like neuter helmets or neutered?
Dude, that's the drop we need right there. That's the drop right there. 6436. Got him. Thank you, dog. Yes.
And then 9315 texting reminding us about the Blue Cow Gus.
What the fetch is that?
Yeah, they had the live mascot.
What?
And I don't know if that's paint or like a cloth.
Wait. No. Stop. That's the live mascot back in the
back in like the 60s or 80s or one of those decades.
Hold on. Okay, like the Oklahoma bringing out like the hogs in the wagon. Cool. Like the Texas guy or whatever, the little cow, the massive beast. Yeah, the dinosaur, they bring that out. What is this guy doing? Like just trotting out there? Is he walking slowly?
He's just chilling.
Dropping cow pies at the 20 and the 25, like he's walking out there?
He's just chilling. He's at the 30-yard line, I believe. Or it's section 30.
Section 30.
And then Ajay, 935 sending a picture for Ajay of a blue cow.
Yeah, what in the... Dude, that cow had to be
It's
miserable.
either Photoshop or paint. I don't think...
That's got to be AI.
Yeah, and then we're talking about neuter helmets. 935 helping us says the correct term, Ajay, is castration. See Ajay's face right now.
Cowstration. It's a correct term. Let's get it right.
4781 says, was driving home listening to a great interview and then you had to bring Ajay on. Come on, man. JK. Then Ajay, how you feeling about George Niang?
Listen, again, I think Ryan Smith is bringing in George Niang to help sell the team to Vegas.
Yes. George Niang is going to tank the team so hard. It's like, Pistol Pete was in the New Orleans Jazz and they got moved to the Utah Jazz. Pistol Pete was so bad for the franchise.
No. Pistol Pete was just freaking hot then, so people, teams wanted that guy. States wanted him.
That's true.
All right, don't you dare. Hey, we've been talking a little bit of women's basketball. Got a chance to chat with Wes Brooks. By the way, dude, how cool is that non-conference game going to be next year?
Is
that sweet or what? Could that be one of the most attended games ever? Because the last time they played a team of that caliber inside the Spectrum in non-conference was probably Oregon, who was ranked 3rd at the time.
Have you said who you're talking about? Or?
Nope, not one bit. But 718 fans were at that game.
I know we talked about it.
So I am stoked. Like that game in non-conference next year might draw the most fans at a Utah State women's basketball game in maybe ever. I'm not joking.
What is I guess the attendance record is probably one of those elementary games where they get like 2,000 or 3,000 kids there.
Yeah, which we don't count.
Do you not count that in attendance?
I don't.
I thought they do.
Look,
I mean, we may not we know why the attendance is that high for those games, but
yeah,
but those games are really fun so long as you bring earplugs.
Well, dude, some of us wearing a headset and has it reverberate through our heads really doesn't matter.
Well, that's because it's like coming through the microphone and then back. You don't really get that much protection.
You have these great kids who are awesome and are passionate about the Sharky song, and you just want to freaking...
Well, they get into it, and they're like, they bring a ton of energy, but it's
of energy. They're screaming while a person's dribbling down the court.
Yeah, that's fantastic energy, but it's the energy that only like 10-year-olds can bring because they're just full of energy, but they can run in circles for 30 minutes.
Yeah, they drink a Mountain Dew on the bus, and then they're like, all right, let's go.
That's what we should do. Like when they come to the game, like when they send the bus out, send like couple cases of Mountain Dew to give all the kids before they come into the game.
I've never broke rules on medicine like I do with Tylenol and Advil for those games. They're like, all right, 2 pills every 6 hours. I'm like, nope, whole bottle right now.
Yeah. I'll have to make sure I listen to your commentary.
Oh, dude. What was it? 2 years ago, I did the Air Force game, and it was just miserable. I was sick as a dog. We were getting beat by 30, and Eric texted me like in the third quarter. He goes, you sound absolutely delighted to be there right now. and all I go, Utah State was basketball. Let's see. We're down 30 right now here in the third. Welcome back. Yeah,
they're doing terrible.
Exhausting.
But I think this year, I don't know if Utah State is going to have a winning record in women's basketball. I'm not going to do anything bold and crazy like that. But, and I kind of alluded to this earlier in the hour before we got into this, but, played the optimist for the last few years, especially in the Kayla Art era. I was like, look, can kind of see if they can do this or that, or I hope this is the year. If they get the right roster together, or if there's some surprises, maybe they can finally have that turnaround year. Ended up, being terrible for however many straight years it is. Basically since the last year of Jerry Finkbeiner, where I think they had a winning record or something like that, they've basically had bad teams ever since. And so I've kind of had to play the optimist thing. I hope that it's going to be better this year. This year, I don't know if this is dangerous for me to do it, but I'm starting to believe that, hey, look, based on what I see, based on the talent they're bringing in, they are bringing in, I don't want to say high caliber players, but good players. Players that could be stars in the Mountain West. Marina Asensio, she got to see her play yesterday. She looks pretty good. Moves well with the ball. Scrappy on defense. Rachel Wilson, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Good production at Wheeling. Aaliyah Gales. Obviously, she hasn't played a whole lot. Of course, if you don't know her story, she literally got shot as a freshman at USC. She was she the number 1 recruit in the country? Or was she top 5?
She was the number 8th recruit in the country.
Number 8 recruit in the country. So 5-star recruit. But things went south at USC. Now she's coming over. How Wes Brooks lands a former 5-star recruit, I don't know. But
yeah,
he explained to me how we got her, and I still don't know.
And you still don't know how. Yeah. When he told me, and he called me to his office, and so I went in there. I was like, hey, what's up, coach? And he goes, hey, we got her. I was like, who? He's like, Aaliyah Gales. I said, no, okay. Okay, what do you mean you got her? You talked to her? And he goes, no, she's coming. She's committing. She's coming to visit, and she's going to commit here. And I was like, wait, how did you do it? And he explained it, and I said, okay, so wait, how did you do it? And I'm with you. Look, you talk about, since the Finkbeiner era time, here's some crazy stats for you. Utah State since the 2017-18 season. Since then, that was in a double-digit win season. They've only had one double-digit win season since then. That was in 21-22 when they won 11 games. They have not won more than 5 conference games in any of those years. They have not won more. They have not beaten some of these teams in any of these years. UNLV, New Mexico.
UNLV's won 4 straight conference titles.
I know, right? I don't think I'd have to look up. I don't think we've beaten Colorado State either. And we've beaten Boise State. No, we haven't beaten Boise State since then. So there's a lot of these trends that have been kind of happening, right? And so you can't say, well, they got to, raise the bar. There is no bar. You scrap the bar, you throw it out, and you create and reset a standard for this program. And it could start this year. Wes Brooks has finally his team, his players, his staff. This is all his. He gets to own it. And I believe, and I really do truly feel this, everyone is underneath the same umbrella. There's no, well, hey, this is, we were part of Kayla Art's team and this is what we did here. Or, I was the star player and this is what we do. There's none of that. Zero, zip, zilch. Aaliyah Gales, Elise Livingston, Marina, the whole team is all one. And I know that sounds corny, like a Sesame Street show, but it really is imperative to really emphasize that there's no selfishness, there's no ego. It's look, we know how bad this program has been, and it's our job to fix it and set a new standard so we can actually get Aggie Nation excited about women's basketball and help raise the interest and attendance and the want to go to games, or at least help in NIL money or even collective money for the program. This is where it starts. And I'm with you. I really think that this could be the year that barrier is completely not just broken, but shattered into pieces, where you're looking at Wes as, Reagan Paley was a great coach. I mean, she did what she could with what she had. I think Wes, if he can put something together this year with this young. I mean, remember, Bella Cosman's a freshman, by the way. This freshman class could be Mountain West or Pac-12 champs in 3-4 years.
Yeah.
That's not a joke. That's a straight up honest answer for you.
Yeah, like they've got some serious potential on this team. We'll see if they capitalize. Like I said, I'm not gonna be protecting.
I know you're gonna be cautiously optimistic. I get it.
Yeah, I got to be cautious. But like you talk about, not getting double-digit wins, like getting it like once in the last 7-8 years. I think that's very realistic. I think to expect based on what I'm seeing.
I could see them being 6-3 after non-conference play and 2-0 after conference play. You got San Jose State and Boise State at home. You'll beat San Jose State, and I think you have a chance to, no Mary Kay Nero, no Ellie Lalott, no Abby Muse. I really like our chance against Boise State at home before Christmas break. You could be looking at an 8-3 start for this basketball team, which would be the best start, I think, since 16, 17.
That'd be quite a while.
Oh, God. Yeah.
You'd be flying at that point.
Yeah, you'd be building a statue of West right there in front of the SS Center at some point.
Like, he's really showing why he deserved to be hired. Like, because year one, it's like, as you detail, like didn't have a whole lot to work with, but now that he's really getting a chance to work with this team, like tried to lay a foundation, it didn't work, and he's getting a full off season, and you've seen what he's able to do with the full off season this year versus last year, and it's just night and day.
And can I just put this out here? Like, there's a lot of people who were complaining about the games that we were losing last year. By the way, we were up 9 in the fourth quarter at the Pit. Talia Logwood gets a technical, and it changed the whole entire trajectory of that game. Right at Air Force, against Air Force in the Mountain West tournament. Mia Tarver was 0-16 from the field as a starter in 32 minutes and 7 turnovers. Half those points you beat Air Force because you lost by 3. There's just a lot of things that go into this where, they're like, oh, it's Wes Brooks. He's a bad coach. I thought we were going to upgrade. I thought we were going to be better. People begged for change in the women's basketball program. They got it with Wes Brooks, and there was improvement. Whether you saw it or not, there was improvement. I can tell you that flat out. There's going to be major improvement this year, extreme. And I think people will see that from both on the court and result in wins and losses.
Yeah, they're definitely be better this year. We're a little overdue for a break, so we're going to hit that one, and then we got some more texts. Still talking about neuter helmets on the text line.
Thank you.
That's all coming up next on the Full Court Press.
Hashtag it.
Passion, enthusiasm, extraordinary skill. Isn't that what you want from a chef? From salads to seafood, wood-fired pizzas to unique pastas and succulent steaks, the Elements Restaurant chefs have spent hours creating choices for you. A casual dining experience for lunch or dinner with daily specials and menu choices that always deliver excellence. The Elements is a complete dining experience for everyday dining and for special occasions in your life. Appreciate elevated simplicity. Only at the Elements Restaurant, 750-5171.
Addiction is something in this day and age I think all of us have been touched by in some form or way. For me, 14 years ago, I lost my father to an opioid overdose, and it has impacted me greatly since that day. Addiction is something that whether you're struggling with it personally or you're watching someone you love struggle with it, it can feel like there's no hope. Well, Renaissance Ranch is here in Logan, and it's a place for healing, real healing where you can rebuild your life through faith, brotherhood, and proven treatment. So many of the staff have actually gone through the program themselves and are alum of the program. They know exactly what it's like to be right where you're at today. If you've lost hope or you're scared for someone that you love and you don't see hope on their path, call Renaissance Ranch today. You can learn more at renaissanceranch.net. They have a location right here in Logan. You're not broken, you're not alone, and you're worth saving.
Hi, it's Emily, and here at Serenoni, we start with the thread, literally. We knit all of our own fabrics so we can control the softness, the weight, and the quality. So your blanket isn't just soft at first, it stays soft, strong, and beautiful over time. From our softest minky to lush, stretch, cotton muslin, and waffle, we create comfort that holds up from newborn snuggles to movie nights. Established in 2006 right here in Logan, come experience the quality for yourself at our store on 10th West next to iFit. Serenoni, wrapped in comfort, gifted with love.
Why? Why take a chance? Why risk a mistake? Why say something? We all have reasons why we choose to ignore the things that give us pause, that seem out of place, that don't feel right. The word why can either paralyze us or empower us to stand up and protect what we love. So if you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my family.
I see safe for my friends.
I see say for my students.
We see say for each other.
I see say because all of this matters.
We all have something worth protecting. A why that unifies this community we're all a part of. So protect your everyday. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
The Aggies are #1 here. The Full Court Press. Connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and online at 1069thefan.com.
The final day to nominate someone to receive a complete home heating and air conditioning system with Feel the Love at Mountain Valley Heating and Air Conditioning. You have until August 31st. That's this Sunday, right? To nominate someone to receive fully installed heating. Are you laughing at me? People receiving free stuff. You're laughing at them? Families in need. You can nominate someone. Go to Mountain Valley, MTNValleyHVAC.com. It's the abbreviation for Mountain. MTNValleyHVAC.com. Click the Feel the Love tab, and you can nominate somebody today. Or don't, I guess. Ajay doesn't want you to.
No, what do you mean don't? Yes, nominate somebody. God, what the heck's your problem? Dude, I loved your weather report that you gave before, with the Napa read. That was great.
Said it rained
By the way,
today.
it looks really cold out there, guys.
It says it's it's about the hot weather. That's what.
Did you ever hear the cut where so we had a football broadcast and I had me on the sideline and Scotty goes, and we were just testing out the mic to make sure it worked. And we were on air. And Scotty goes, Ajay, tell us what you're seeing down there. I'm like, well, it's really cold. I wish I'd have brought a jacket. And Scotty goes, nobody cares about that, Ajay. And all of a sudden, he just blinked, just done. I was like, jeez. And then they made a cut out of it. And yeah, anyways. Hey, again, women's basketball, I'm really excited about them. I think you're going to see some improvement. And I think you're going to see some really good ball, too. I think this team could really pull it together. And they got a great non-conference schedule, too. So we're excited about that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. They're gonna be tested. Going back to the Young Power Sports of Logan text line 435-339. I almost read our text line as someone who texted in.
Nice.
435-339-0321. That's the number you can text. 1623 says, who's the non-conference game you guys are talking about?
You will find out next March.
Just
I'm being
that.
dead serious, so find out next March. I'm not really allowed to say, but I got excited when I saw Jason.
Yeah, Ajay's really excited about that game coming up, but yeah, it won't be announced for later. And then 9 through 5 saying, I don't know if we read this one. It says Ajay loves the kids game. Talking about the one where they bring all the elementary school kids to Utah State women's basketball
passionate.
game.
God, I got to be good about that. I got to like that more. I gotta have
And then I don't know if
better
this is specifically related to that text, but he said he could debut his neuter helmet.
Yeah, that's definitely related to the kids
and
game.
then saying, ask Ajay where Rocky Mountain oysters fit in all this.
What's a Rocky Mountain oyster?
I'm not going to say that on air.
Oh, God. Jeez Louise. Oh,
We've already gone way too far down this
that's a rabbit hole we don't want to touch. Hey, let me ask really quickly. I know we're about wrapping up here on time. UTEP, Utah State. I know you and Eric will probably do keys to the game later on in the week, but for me, my sake, what does Utah State need to do to win this football game? I think, one, you need to control the pace. B, you need to set the tempo. You need to set the mood and the tone of this game right off the bat. Whether you're on offense or defense, set the tone. And you do that by forcing a turnover on defense, and you do that by, just scoring really quickly on offense. Go out there, punch them right in the mouth, put 6 up, PAT makes it 7-0, and you're still only 2 minutes into the ball game. That sets the tone on UTEP like, hey, it's going to be a long night here in Logan, Utah in a sold-out Maverick Stadium. Set the tone, get right after them here.
Yeah, I feel the key on defense, it's, get hats on the ball, tackle, whether it's with numbers or if guys have to make solo tackles, they got to do that. Whatever it is, whatever your scheme is, because UTEP is going to try and get yards after the catch. They're going to try and get yards after contact in the run game. And if you let them do that, then they're going to run all over you. If you stonewall them, in terms of, they make a catch for a 5-yard game, but that's it. If they run the ball for 2 or 3 yards, that's all that's all you get. If you can set the tone there on defense, you're going to have a fantastic evening. But then for offense, it's just control the line of scrimmage. Of course, that's the key for literally any game, but whether it be in the run game,
but this one,
if they decide to run the game with Barnes and Javen Jacobs, Miles Davis, then that'll work fine. If they pass a little bit more, even if they have balance between the run and the pass game, or a roughly even balance, then that's going to help you too, because Bryson Barnes is going to have time. He'll be able to, everyone's a better quarterback when they have time, and you need that with Bryson Barnes. So just control the line of scrimmage with whatever you do, whether you pass a lot, whether you run a lot, whatever happens, control the line of scrimmage, and they'll be fine on offense no matter what they do.
Anybody you're specifically watching on either side of the ball here for the Aggies to see what they look like in week 1?
I want to see Javen Jacobs.
That was mine too, actually.
That's actually one of the guys I'm looking forward to seeing the most. I know a lot of people want to see Bryson Barnes, but I'm really high on Javen Jacobs.
I heard this Jacobs kid, the downhill, run over. He doesn't run around you. It's just, if you're in my way, I'm going to put you out of my way.
Yeah, I think he can be a good running back. On defense, I could probably list every single player on the defense.
Right, at this point.
I might look at the edge rushers just because I finally want to see a good pass rush from the Aggies. They've really struggled to have like a high-level pass rush for a while. But yeah, again, I could look at everybody on the defense. Say, I'd like to see them because I just want to see good defense from the Aggies. That'd be nice.
Does the absence of Ike Larson hurt this team?
It'll hurt their depth in the defensive backfield. I think that'll be the biggest impact because I think they have guys that can skill-wise replace him. But then that's somebody who may not be able to go play somewhere else. Because I think Noah Avenger, he's listed as a corner. He played safety for New Mexico last year. He may have to move from corner where maybe they were expecting him to play.
Yeah.
And he might have to move to safety now and play Ike's spot. And then they move somebody, so you're losing some depth at corner. So yeah, it might be tricky.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the depth, the depth does kind of hurt. But I think anybody can fill out. If you can go out there without, getting beat for big plays like that, just limit the big plays for the defense. So I think it's another big thing. Malachi Nilton at quarterback, contain him, seal off the edges, right? You don't let him get bouncing outside, getting, outside the pocket, making them make plays. That's where the Aggies get hurt so much. Yeah. That's going to be a big thing. And special teams, really don't know what the special teams looks like, but make a special teams play. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. We got to take a break, then we'll finish things up here next on 106.9 FM, 1390 AM, The Fan.
It's time to make the outdoor living improvements you've talked about. Castellite in Logan has everything you need to turn your backyard get-together into a backyard event. If you need pavers for a walkway, a retaining wall for your garden, or to reshape a flower bed, or a fire pit to roast marshmallows, think Castellite. Their experts will reduce your DIY stress for brick, block, rock, paver, and tile. Go where the pros go. Online at Castellite.com.
This is Ryan at My Mattress. Thank you for the overwhelming response so far for our Labor Day sale this year. Purple and Tempur-Pedic are up to $1,500 off, $99 twins and $399 queens, plus 5 years no interest financing available. We've been here 15 years, offering our 90-day sleep guarantee and 90-day price guarantee. Price, quality, service. Try finding even 2 of those online. Come into My Mattress today. The Labor Day sale. Isn't it time to sleep exceptionally? Only at My Mattress.
Hi, this is Robbie with LSS Insurance. If you're about to turn 65, the Medicare phone calls, mailers, and emails can be unreal. Out-of-market telemarketers simply do not understand Utah, Idaho, or your individual situation. We have real answers and real solutions with local help. At LSS Insurance, we are your health insurance specialists. Call us 752-9493. Having local help makes all the difference, and there's no cost to you. Call 752-9493 or visit lssins.com.
Need a reliable partner for your medical needs? Look no further than Triton Medical and Transportation. We offer top quality medical soft goods right here in your community. From incontinence supplies and oxygen needs to medical transportation. Whatever you need to stay comfortable and healthy, we've got you covered. Trust Triton Medical and Transportation, caring for our community with every step, every mile. Call us today at 435-557-6687 or visit us online at mytritonsupply.com. Triton Medical and Transportation, because your health matters.
Interviews, analysis, and a little bit of fun mixed in. The Full Court Press on Sports Talk Radio, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM. The Fan.
Welcome back to the Full Court Press as we unfortunately get ready to say goodbye to another episode. We're coming up on the end. Glad to have Ajay on the show. Always love having him on. I know the Young Power Sports of Logan text line certainly appreciate it. 9776 So I jumped on and heard Ajay's voice. I had to stop and get a moon pie in his honor.
Oh, dude, those chocolate moon pies. If I wasn't dieting right now, I would have brought you and I a moon pie to share.
Yeah.
For cheers, yeah.
So we got to do that next time I have you on. I'm going to have to get us some moon pies.
Dude, I'll do it.
And then 931-5 texting and saying, if I had a depth chart, I would know who to watch. And saying, or some that has seen, or some that was seen by some and able to say something about it.
Yeah, you'd have to ask the coaching staff. Good luck on that, man.
Yeah, they're probably not going to reveal that. I think I've got like a depth chart that I'm like half thinking maybe it's kind of sort of right, but then like half the positions I'm probably way off on. Yeah. So that's kind of the way it is. 7994. 2 full hours of Ajay on the air without me making any fun of him. However, just like Ajay, I guess I came up a little short.
Okay, you know what? Okay.
That was a good
my
one.
mom says that my personality makes up for my shortness. Okay? Women don't define you by your size, they define you by your personality and your voice on the radio.
As a wise man once said, you got to hand it to short people sometimes. They just can't reach.
Okay. All right. You know what? How about we have a race right now, you and I?
You would definitely win. You would definitely win that race.
Yeah, you're dang right I would.
Yeah, you would definitely win that.
How dare you?
Final thoughts on the show. You enjoy the week 0 games? Thought those were pretty good slate.
How about Hawaii on the Islands beating Stanford? If you're Stanford, you got to be embarrassed right now to lose that football game.
We talked about this yesterday, me and Eric, but that Stanford team, like I watched them, I was like, I want to give Hawaii credit for that win, but like, holy cow, that Stanford team was so bad. Like,
they're bad.
I mean, Hawaii won with a one-legged quarterback for half the game.
Well, and a guy who's from Japan who just learned how to kick on YouTube.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, this looks fun. You know, when he starts kicking football.
Yeah, so, yeah, just
and then UNLV
stuff.
over, I mean, it was ugly, but hey, a win's a win, right?
Yeah, a win is a win, and I kind of, pumped up Hawaii a little bit where it's like, or excuse me, UNLV, where it's like,
I did too.
Don't be like there were positive things there. You can't go on the 1-game sample size and start calling them frauds yet. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but I think they're a team that's going to be getting better. They could be a lot like Utah State, where it start off a bit slow, a bit uncoordinated, but when push came to shove for UNLV, they played good on defense, they played good on offense, and they showed they were better than Idaho State when push came to shove.
So let me ask you, Tom can be on. Of course, Eric will be back, but South Florida, Boise State on Thursday in Tampa. I mean, we're going to get a good look at this Boise State team and actually what they really do look like.
Yeah, we are.
Interested.
It's interesting because like Boise State, based on their returning production, they've got some good players. The fact that Boise State reloads pretty well, they're going to be a good team. But like, are they college football playoff material? Like in the same way they were last year, they may still make the college football playoff this year. I mean, they're ranked preseason 25th.
But are they going to dominate a conference?
Yeah, but they don't have the star power of Ashton Genty. They're going to be a good team. I obviously still pick them to win the conference because they have great offensive players. They have great defensive players. But are they that same team they were last year?
Yep.
I have my doubts that they can be that same team last year. The one that was able to stand up to top overall seed Oregon.
Yeah.
But
that was still an unreal game. Ashton Genty, that was unreal to watch him play in that game.
He's
good gracious.
He's going to do pretty well in the NFL, I think. So.
Hey, any more thoughts? I mean, again, we talked a little bit about week one. What is any big games for week one in the NCAA football world, like rank games?
Isn't there like a top 5 matchup?
Actually, I think there is a top 5 matchup in NCAA.
Yeah, Texas, Ohio State. That's the big one.
Oh, Arch Manning.
Big noon kickoff. Oh my gosh. Who was on ESPN? Paul Finebaum or something like that?
Dude, let's not.
Is like he being paid by the Manning family?
Probably.
Like you'd think that Arch Manning was Jesus if you asked Paul Finebaum.
Yeah. Well, he thinks Nick Saban's God.
Yeah, that checks out. He must be getting. Where do I get these checks from the SEC? Can I sell out?
He hates the Big Ten, though. Holy cow.
Yeah, but that's the job if you're an ESPN. Can I sell out and get like $1 million paycheck to just glaze the SEC? Like, I'd do it. For that paycheck,
Jason's like,
I'm a man who has a price. Anyway, that's going to do it for us today on the Full Court Press.
More than moon pies.
Thanks so much. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Sports Talk Radio, KLGN Logan, 106.9 FM, 1390 AM, The Fan.